I have a very sobering thought for today. By 2050, 40% of the population is going to be diabetic. There is no way that the world population can afford that. There is not enough money to take care of that many sick people because of diabetes. And what's causing that? It's our eating behavior. It's our eating habits. It's time to change our eating habits or there's disaster down the road. Another real sobering thought is that our children, for the first time ever, are having strokes. They're on medication for high blood pressure and they are developing adult onset diabetes. Not the juvenile diabetes, but the kind of diabetes that adults tend to develop. This is because our eating habits have changed so drastically in the wrong direction. And we need to change that. It'd be great if we could just tell people how they should eat and tell our children how they should eat and you should eat your vegetables and that kind of thing and it works. But it almost never works. The best way to actually help somebody change is show them how to change. In other words, mentor them. Let them watch you and see how you're responding. And then, believe it or not, if you're responding well, if you're eating well, it looks like you feel good, looks like you have more energy, more mental clarity, you're just living a more optimal life, then people start wanting to copy you. So the best way you can help others, or one of the many ways you can help others, is simply clean up your eating habits and let people around you watch you. And over time, you'll see that they'll start, want to eat that way. And the way you'll first see it is they'll start asking questions. And if you can share with them what you do in small pieces, you'll see them over time doing the same thing. Okay, this really comes to head when we're talking about childhood obesity. Our children do not have the money or the access to the food, good or bad, unless we give it to them. So we got to change that. If you suddenly pull all the snacks out of your house, your children are going to make you feel like you're the worst parent in the world. And for some time, you'll have to face the firing squad. And it may be the right thing to do. But a slightly different approach would be to clean up your eating habits first. And the beautiful part of that is you will start feeling better. Every day that you eat better, you'll feel better that day. So you'll start feeling better, you'll start performing better, you'll start having a more optimal life, and the benefit is your kids will start noticing. And then as you start introducing more and more of that kind of food into the house and quit calling out for pizzas, people are tired at the end of the day, then over time, the firing squad will disappear. The children will begin to start eating that way. They'll begin to prefer to eat that way. We also tend to show love through food. I think we've been brought up that way, but I think there's just a strong inner drive to show love. And it's easy to show love through food because it's easy to send out for pizza or have a bowl of ice cream. But it's really dysfunctional love. And why is it dysfunctional? Because it harms us. As I've talked about in a previous podcast, we should eat for pleasure from time to time, but it should be quality, it shouldn't be often, and it really shouldn't be with any particular pattern. It shouldn't be because we have had a big day, there's no food in the house, and we're going to call out for pizza. And we'll call out typically for a pretty cheap pizza instead of maybe making a really high quality pizza as a special event at home with high quality ingredients. Totally different situation than calling out the last minute for pizza. Our eating habits matter. How we're sharing our eating habits matters. And if you'd like to matter, clean up your eating habits and the people around you will too. So until another podcast, remember, if you want to feel better today, eat better today.